I've asked my beautiful wife, Brenna, to join me again, and I just want to unpack a couple of things, and I'm grateful. Brenna, you've been doing this for 2 decades. You've been helping moms bring order into their home, to their marriage, to their spiritual life. And so would you help us today and just breathe some words of life into this? You've got something on your heart today. Why don't you just hop in and share that with us?
So probably one of the biggest concerns that I'm hearing from moms right now is a concern for their kids' education. Mm-hmm. They're out of school. What do we do? And I've got some encouraging news for that. A study by Catherine Snow at Harvard University. It was an 8-year study on 64 families. And she studied, this was just like about child development. What is the biggest factor in a child's development? And she studied education, story time, playtime, and family dinner. Mm-hmm. And what she found was that education was actually not as important as something else, and it's family dinner.
Wow.
And though our kids are not in school right now, we have an unprecedented opportunity to have family dinners together right now. And I've been concerned because I feel like so many families have been so busy that they have not been in the habit of even making time for family dinner on a regular basis for the most part at all. And right now we have opportunities. I know we're usually shooting for probably like 5 family dinners a week or whatever. Well, now we're having 2 times a day. It's crazy. But so I wanted to just bring something to help families remember. So think about fork, okay?
Makes me hungry. I'm ready to eat right now.
Think about fork, because F stands for family, gathering around the table, family preparing the meal together, family cleaning up from the meal together. No one's hurrying to get off somewhere, right? So everyone can help. O stands for off with electronics.
What?
Off with the TV, off with the phones, focus on each other. R stands for recognize the good. Recognize the good in each other. We love to do this at people's birthdays to affirm, but we've also, as the kids were younger and we had like one helper for the day, we would go around, affirm that person for a good quality, or also recognizing the good that people are doing. They may have had a good test. They may have helped clean out the pantry or something like that. The good, recognizing the good.
You know, Brenna, I would applaud you. You do a great job of that. I think every home, usually there's 1, maybe 2 people that often see the cup so full. They see the good versus the bad. Some of us look and go, there's so much I'd like to criticize. Oh, that's not quite the way I wanted, or wish it was better. Hey, thank you for helping our family recognize the good and stay positive.
You bet. So we've got family together. We've got off with electronics. We've got recognize the good. Last, we've got keep communication going. And, you know, we like to use conversation starters around our table. I think one of the best conversation starters in times of crisis or in times of unrest like we have right now is just asking, like, what's your biggest frustration today? You know, and that's good. It allows you to vent. It allows you to kind of see where everyone's coming from. It allows you to see when you need to handle someone with a little extra care, because we all have our ups and downs. We're not going to have great days every day.
That's true. And I tell you, venting and just allowing people to do that is such a healthy practice. We often go on a walk every night just to do that as both parents and as believers. We're praying as well as just, this was something frustrating for me, and allows us just in a healthy way to express that. Hey, what else would you say for families right now that might be struggling with, gosh, there is not enough room? We talked about bandwidth in our house. We've had to set up when we had an extra child home from college, when Caleb was home. We had 7 workstations. That's hard. In Arizona, we had good weather, made it nice. Some of us could go outside for a while, but now it's 100 degrees today. And so how do you organize just space both to work, space away, space together? How do you do that along with some people? I'm a morning person. You're more of a night person. Kids are everywhere in that spectrum. How should families do that right now?
Okay, so I think remembering 3 S's: schedule, signage, and sound off.
Man, you ought to be a pastor. You got the S's and the alliterations going there. Yeah.
Okay, so having a schedule, now that we're kind of all settled into kind of a norm, we kind of know what's expected. Every day is pretty much the same these days, right? And so having a schedule and splitting up responsibilities. Everyone's home. Everyone can lend a hand. Our daughter, Mariama, is an amazing cook, and she really enjoys it. So her job every day, she cooks a meal for us. We have been eating amazing. We love it. She loves it. And just having a schedule. And I wanted to let you know that if you're struggling with a schedule, I have made a family schedule for both young kids and a family schedule for families with teens. And you can get that at CoachMomTribe.com. It's my gift.
Yeah, you've been doing that for folks really all over the world. You've got some gals in the UK and some in Japan that are using these schedules to guide their families. What is it about a schedule that helps everybody?
You know, it helps bring stability, especially in times like this. You know, we know what's expected.
Yep.
And when we know what's expected, it automatically lowers the stress.
That's good.
So the next thing is signage. So I brought our little sign that we have for our dog. With so many people in the home, we need to communicate. So this helps us communicate about who has fed the dog.
Yep.
I have been served breakfast. I have been served dinner. We can turn this around. We have it on a little nail just above his bowl. But I think signs for all kinds of things. We've had signs up that say studying, or I'm in a Zoom meeting, or I'm recording, I'm testing. Things like that just really, really help. So signage.
Is this big enough to put like a lanyard, and so a child, we could say, I have been served breakfast.
Yes, exactly.
They may do that for me at my house.
Okay, so the last thing is sound off.
Okay.
So this is one of the best investments we have made. We bought these for Chris for an early birthday present. They are noise canceling earphones. And I really, really recommend, they don't have to be like this, but just any types of earphones to help get the sounds. We've got so many people in the home, and if we can just cut the sound. So when people are on Zoom calls, when people are listening to a lecture, when people are recording, when people are practicing a TikTok dance, when people are doing all sorts of things, earphones help. So schedule, signs, and sound offs.
That's good. All right. Hey, anything